not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ASCAP and publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out. Great tits, New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's week of...
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Singletary to get the drive started. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Here's Thomas. Got his man complete over the middle. It's White. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Not a productive opening drive, 3 and out, and more struggles for a team really that hasn't won a game in a long time.
It can be really discouraging for everyone else on the team, especially the guys on the other side of the ball that have to trot out there and see a little more futility in this losing streak. So I know coaches who look at these situations and say to themselves, let's be aggressive. Let's go for it right here and try and turn our fortune around.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Starting the drive with Algier. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Falcons at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On the move to his left. It's caught by Mike Evans.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Again, it's Neal as they stay on the ground. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Right back to Pitts again. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And with the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. On second, here's Algier. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying
and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Over the middle, complete. It's Neal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. This is Neal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Extra point attempt here still to come. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it will be Falcon football. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
And they run the option on second down. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now here's a throw that's complete. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 36 yards on the play.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to have it here just past the 25. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
On 1st down, Thomas. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And some space here. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. Give him 53 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Opting to run again here with White. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now a toss to Singletary running to the left. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Devin Singletary. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from drawing level. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued. And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Again, they run with Neal. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Algier now up the middle. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Algier will try to pick it up. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Ritter's pass completes to Pitts. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. First down now, but that clock rolling. And that is caught. Touchdown Falcons. Mike Evans with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got White here. And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Thomas. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, Thomas. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters. Oh, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. Thomas. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. A give up the middle to Singletary. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The fullback dive held up short. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. They'll start on the ground with Neal. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. So first down, and they'll stick with Algier. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Neal. And this will be a Falcons first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Algier going straight ahead. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. 2nd and 5. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. 1st down, and they'll start with Algier. 63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. Airing this one out for Evans. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Singletary to get the drive started. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Thomas to throw on 3rd down. This is White on the screen. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Thomas. Here's White. They set up the screen. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
That's complete to Otten. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the gain that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going, because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Hardy set to return. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. This is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Back to throw now on first down. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On second, here's Algier. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 40-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Algier. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 80 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Welch. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now a handoff to Algier. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Joe Tryon there to make the tackle. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. Second and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs roll around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. End up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Man.
Yeah.
MEH, man.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the earth, out the block. Was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. Whenever she calls, look what I gotta do. I'm moving with a 2, I paid it out the full. Yeah, tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket coupe, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. I'm off the chain, don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, getting picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock 'em. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off a... Yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy, get that